Good Monday to you, Tennessee Valley. We're back in storm alert weather mode. Just wanted to come on here and give you a little update of what you can expect the rest of your day. Again, recorded this video just after 7:30. It is June 9th, so hope you're all having a good start to your work week. Again, this weekend was pretty busy. Of course, we had those strong storms move through on Saturday. Now, I don't expect it to be, or today to be like what we had Saturday, but there's certainly going to be the chance for some of these stronger storms to potentially have some strong winds and maybe even large hail up to the size of quarters, which can do a little bit of damage. But the wind threat certainly going to be highest today, between about 4 and 9. Just looking over the latest model guidance, yeah, we could have a few storms between lunchtime and about 4 o'clock. I think most of that activity will be very isolated and stay below severe limits, but the rest of your morning things are looking good. Again, could be some additional power outages. Some of you were without power for quite some time. I know my apartment, I think we were out without power for over 12, almost 14 hours without power. So hopefully it doesn't turn into one of those events, but we do have this level 2 out of 5 risk for severe storms. Now this includes basically the entire southeast. So from the Carolina coastline all the way to the Mississippi River, and locally that includes all of our counties. So southeast Tennessee, western North Carolina, northeast Georgia, or northwest Georgia, and northeast Alabama, all under that level 2 out of 5 risk for severe storms. Now, as we take a look at your setup, here's what's going to happen. We have this frontal system to our south. That's sparking some showers across the southern part of Mississippi, Alabama. But what we're going to be tracking is this cold front moving in from the northwest. As we get into the afternoon and evening, get the daytime heating. You know what that means. That provides that storm juice or storm fuel, whatever you want to call it. And then along this front, as it tracks to the southeast, it moves into this favorable environment, and you'll start to see some of those storms firing up. So we'll keep a close eye on things, but notice as of 7:35, things pretty quiet here across the Tennessee Valley. Pretty nice morning commute. We had a great sunrise, by the way. I just wanted to note that. Temperatures in the 60s. Again, about what you would expect for June. It is humid out there, and as we get into your afternoon, mid to upper 80s, could be a few areas get close to 90 degrees. But again, pretty typical for June standards. Here's a look at your Futurecast. Again, first part of your morning into the early afternoon, pretty quiet. Then by about lunchtime, some storms start to fire up across North Alabama. And I don't think we're going to have too much in the way of coverage between lunchtime and 4, but there could be a few spotty showers and storms. But notice after 4, becoming a little more widespread, and that's when we're going to have that potential for some of these storms to be a little bit on the stronger side. But then we're going to be tracking this line that tries to form along that cold front, and that's where we could have those damaging wind gusts, up to 50, 60, 65 miles per hour. But it does look like this line will weaken a little bit as it pushes to the southeast. So that could be good news. We'll have to watch to see how this progresses through the evening, but initially it does look like that line could pack a bit of a punch. And then by the overnight hours into early Tuesday, things are going to be somewhat quiet. Now, as we take a look at your available storm fuel, I'm going to drag this out for you. It's going to be decent. It's going to be more noticeable to our south, so that's where conditions may be a little more favorable, southern parts of Mississippi, Alabama, but we're still going to have enough juice, especially through the 4 or 5 o'clock hour, especially the further south you go, for these storms to run into some pretty favorable environments to become strong. And then by this evening, as the sun goes down again, we lose a lot of that storm fuel. But then looking at the lightning, hail, and shear, not overly impressed with this. Again, not showing a whole lot of shear, showing a little bit of lightning, not a whole lot of hail potential. Again, the freezing level is going to be pretty high up in the atmosphere. And typically when you have that, you don't have good hailstone making weather. I guess that's what you would call it. It's not very conducive to large hail, is what I'm trying to say. Again, I'm coming off of vacation, so I'm still trying to get my brain in check. But as we continue through the evening, again, not overly impressed with the parameters today, but certainly still going to be that threat for some high winds. So pay close attention to things. Not really a tornado threat today. That's the good news, but certainly want to be weather aware. Here's a look at that damaging wind outlook. That yellow shade, 15% chance of damaging wind gusts within a 25-mile radius of any given point in this yellow shade. So again, with things that happen or coming on the heels of what happened on Saturday, I just want all you guys to kind of be aware and have that plan in place just in case you do have a severe thunderstorm warning, because as we witnessed on Saturday, severe thunderstorm warnings can be very dangerous. A lot of lightning, a lot of trees coming down. So take every warning seriously and find your storm safe place. Usually you get a good 15-20 minutes of lead time so you can actually prepare But again, we're giving you a little bit of time this morning to kind of think about what's coming a little bit later on. Any tornado risk could stay to our south, kind of south of I-20 into Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, parts of Alabama, Mississippi. Fortunately for us, really not looking at a tornado threat today. Rainfall amounts, this is just one model depiction. I can show you 3 or 4. They're all going to say something different. Here's what you need to know. Some of you will pick up an inch of rain or more. You get under one of those heavy downpours, it don't take long. Some of you may miss most of the storms and not pick up a whole lot of rain at all. You may just get, a tenth of an inch to little to none, but there will be a few pockets that could get up to 2 inches, which could lead to some localized flooding. That's not going to be the norm. A lot of you not going to see that much rain, but some of you will, especially the further north and west you go from Chattanooga. So again, just be weather aware today, especially between about 4 and 9. We could have storms outside of that window, but I think that's going to be our window for severe potential. And then as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, sunshine, still going to be warm and humid. And then by this weekend, it's just going to be a typical summertime pattern. We're going to have those daily storm chances with highs close to 90 every day and plenty of humidity to go around for everyone. So again, if any of the major changes, we'll let you know. But I just wanted to give you a quick update. Hope you have a great Monday and a great week ahead.